Hey guys, Ryan here, and today I'll be talking about what Pokemon I'd like to see added to Pokemon Unite. I've been playing a lot of Pokemon Unite lately, been really enjoying it. The character I'm playing the most at the moment is Gardevoir, the most recent character added to the game. We know Blastoise is coming up soon, but I was wondering, what other Pokemon will we get added to the game? There's been a few data mines, we know some stuff, but I thought I'd do a wish list of Pokemon that I want to see added to the game. I found this Pokemon Unite wishlist template on Reddit, so I'll leave a link to that in the description. It was created by somebody named The Kuro. If you'd like to make your own Pokemon Unite wishlist, I'll leave a link to the Reddit in the description below. Let's get on with the video. So this wishlist template is for 20 Pokemon, 4 for each role. We'll be starting with the Allrounder role. Pokemon in the Allrounder role have a balanced offense and endurance and are highly tenacious fighters. My first pick for Allrounder is Scizor. I noticed that there currently isn't any Generation 2 Pokemon in Pokemon Unite and thought we needed to change that. I think Scizor fits the Allrounder role perfectly. Great offense, great defense. Scizor would be a fun character to play. It'll be a physical melee fighter. I could see it having some really cool moves, maybe Bullet Punch. My second pick for the Allrounder category is Aegislash. I could so see Aegislash being a defender in its shield form and an attacker in its sword form, but I don't know how they'll do that, so I feel as though it belongs in the all-rounder category. So my third pick is Empoleon. With Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl coming out later this year, I feel as though it's going to be very likely that we'll have some more Generation 4 Pokemon added, specifically the starters. I've also got Infernape and Torterra in other roles as well, but we'll get to them later. And my final pick for the all-rounder category is Donphan. Donphan's one of my favorite Generation 2 Pokemon, and I think it could be really cool in Pokemon Unite. It could have some sort of attack where it raises its speed and rolls around. The next role is the Attacker role. Pokemon that have low endurance and excel at dealing heavy range damage to opponents. The first thing that came to my mind was Abra. Alakazam is like the epitome of a glass cannon. However, Abra and Ralts are basically the same. Teleport and then some sort of range psychic move. It's too similar to what we already have. My first attacker pick is Roserade, one of my favorite Gen 4 Pokemon. It'd be a ranged special attacker. I'm not sure if they would include Budew in the evolutionary line or if you'd just start off as Roselia. They haven't had any other babies in the game yet. My second attacker pick is Rotom. We already have Rotom as one of the wild Pokemon to battle, but I don't think that prevents it from being in the game as well. Rotom could be pretty cool. They could potentially do something with its appliance forms, but I think just its base form would be fine. I could see Rotom zipping around the battlefield. It could have electric and ghost skill shots, or maybe, seeing as though it's a ghost Pokemon, maybe it could go through walls with an ability. I'm not sure, but I feel as though it could be pretty fun to play. My next pick is Kingdra. I reckon Kingdra could be really interesting. We don't currently have any fish Pokemon, but I could just picture it floating around. You'd start off as Horsey and work your way to Kingdra. I could see one of its attacks being Smokescreen, an AoE blindness thing. On top of that, I could definitely see Hydro Pump or maybe Dragon Pulse as a Kingdra. And my final attack pick is Chandelure. Again, another pick that doesn't have legs, but I think it would work fine just levitating around the battlefield. I really like the Litwick line, and I think they could translate well into Pokemon Unite. It could have a fire move that burns the enemy, on top of that it could have a ghost move like Hex or something. The next role is the Speedster role. Pokemon that have high mobility and offense and excel at making quick attacks and scoring points. When thinking of Pokemon with high mobility and high offense, the first thing that comes to mind is Weavile. I feel as though Weavile would be a good pick for the game too. It's a pretty popular Pokemon and it's really cool looking. It would have an ice move that could maybe freeze, and a dark move, maybe Night Slash or something. If it was in the game, it would definitely be a Pokemon that I would want to unlock. My next Speedster pick is Yanmega. Yanmega is a fast Pokemon, and with the ability Speed Boost, I can see it zooming around the battlefield, with attacks like Air Slash and Bug Buzz. My next pick is Infernape. I think Infernape fits the Speedster role pretty well. With Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl coming out, I can see them adding the Generation 4 starters. It could have a fire move and a fighting move, maybe something that boosts its speed would be cool. And my final Speedster pick, I chose something a bit unique. Kecleon could be really interesting. Kecleon's whole gimmick is camouflage. I could see its special making it go invisible for a short amount of time, which could throw off the enemy team, and maybe you'll be able to sneak in a few extra goals here and there. It would also be perfect for ganking the enemy, fitting the jungler Speedster role very well. The next role is Defender. Pokemon that have high endurance and excel at protecting allies and hindering opponents. High defense and hindering the opponents. The first thing that came to my mind was Spike users. And the best one that I could think of was Forretress. Or, if you're not interested in Forretress, maybe Ferrothorn. But hey, either one of those. I could imagine it temporarily scattering spikes on the battlefield which would get in the way and maybe slow down the enemy if they're trying to chase you. On top of that, with all of its defense, I reckon it could take a beating. It's a good tank. Speaking of good tanks, my second pick is Shuckle. With Shuckle's enormous defenses, I could see it being a nightmare to kill. However, it would be really slow and I couldn't see it dealing too much damage to the enemy. What about a defender that could deal damage to the enemy? My next pick is Torterra. Again, I wanted to include all of the Generation 4 starter Pokemon, and I thought the defender role could work quite well for Torterra. I could see it having moves like Bulldoze to slow down the enemy, and Leech Seed to gain health back. And my final pick for the defender role is Magcargo. I am not a big fan of the Slugma Magcargo line, especially Magcargo's 4 times weakness to water. However, weaknesses don't matter in Pokemon Unite. So, this could be a good chance for Magcargo to get some love. Maybe Magcargo's abilities could make it hurt the enemy slowly, like they take damage whenever they deal damage to Magcargo, or maybe it could burn the enemy and they take damage over time. The last role is the Supporter role. Pokemon that provide team support by inflicting status conditions on the opponents and by healing allies. My first pick for the Supporter role is Minun and Plusle. They were built for the Supporter role. When double battles were introduced in Generation 3, they were introduced as a pair of Pokemon that were better in double battles, with the plus and minus ability. And on top of that, they have Helping Hand, a move that makes the other Pokemon's attacks do more. So for Minun and Plusle, I thought they would be pretty cool if they were 2 Pokemon in one. They're walking around the battlefield holding hands the entire time. They don't separate, you're just controlling 2 Pokemon as if they're 1 Pokemon. Like the plus and minus ability, maybe its ability could raise the attack of nearby ally Pokemon, and inflicting status conditions on the enemy? Well, they could paralyze them. And its base attack could just be a ranged electric attack. My next supporter pick is Meganium. Sadly, I don't think the Generation 2 starters get much love, especially Meganium. So I'd love to see Meganium be a great support character in Pokemon Unite. It could heal its allies with moves like Synthesis or Sunny Day. My third supporter pick is Altaria. I feel as though Swablu would be really weak, but it'd be one of those Pokemon that get a lot better once they evolve. It's a supporter, so it's not designed to be getting kills, but it could have some nice moves still. Maybe a dragon move, or a flying move, or maybe even a fairy move. And my last pick for the supporter role, and for this video, is Ribombee. Ribombee is probably one of my favourite Pokemon that was introduced in Generation 7, and I feel as though they could make a really good supporter character out of it. I'd love to see them do something with the move Pollen Puff, as that seems perfect for the support role. Well, that's my list. What did you think of my picks, and what Pokemon would you like to see added to Pokemon Unite? Let me know in the comments below. And if you are interested in Pokemon Unite, I actually plan on streaming some on my Twitch channel. I'll leave a link to my Twitch in the description below. And if you're new here, consider subscribing. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll explain you later.